The Steelers were held hostage 100% by Antonio Brown's contract desire. By the way, it wasn't just the Steelers that were the pawns. The Buffalo Bills. He depressed his own value. I mean, I don't want to be inflammatory here, but it's like a suicide bomber. He was willing to take down the entire organization in order for his own individual benefit. And it worked.
What the f***?
I mean, I don't want to be inflammatory here, but it's like a suicide bomber. He was willing to take down the entire organization in order for his own individual benefit. And it worked.
If you don't know who this Tucker Carlson wannabe is, here's the cliff notes. Will Cain has worked for right-wing luminaries, Fox News' Bill Shine, now a former senior White House staffer, and Glenn Beck at The Blaze, who gave us this creature.
And Colin, if this country disgusts you so much, leave.
No, get her off. No. Need more? You want more. So here's Will Cain using MAGA language.
I'm tired of you not listening to me. One of your great failings is your inability to see the intellectual response in the global warming debate. The response which is, you can't predict the future.
Well, then why do anything?
Lame. Well,
Why is it not lame? It's
you
not
can't
lame.
predict the future, so why should we do anything?
Thousands of millions of variables dictating what the climate will be 100 years from now, and you're going to give me the Celsius it will be? That is intellectually dishonest.
What are you talking about?
The truth of the matter is, I don't think Donald... God, it's so free from sports at some point, and this is why you mix it up, because I don't want to just... It's not just a political discussion. Donald Trump doesn't have some people he's for, some people he's against. He's not for anyone. You know what the difference in the three of us is? I don't call everyone that disagrees with me stupid or immoral.
Neither do we, Will.
Stop talking. Everybody's offended all the time. From the Fighting Irish to the Redskins, everybody's offended.
That is spoken like a true white guy.
Maybe. That's what I am.
Would you put your kids, would you have them grow up in a world where the oil and gas industry is writing environmental policy? Are you happy with that future?
See, you guys always box your opposition.
No, seriously.
My argument is not that there's no such thing as offensive words. It's how you react to them. You don't shut people up because you disagree or found something they said somewhat offensive. You roll on with your life.
So Cain believes climate change is a hoax, oil and gas companies should pass legislation, and that healthcare is not a right. All he needs is to discuss Hillary Clinton's emails, and Republicans will likely climax on these narratives. And yet here we are.
It's like a suicide bomber. He was willing to take down the entire organization in order for his own individual benefit. And it worked.
Antonio Brown is a game-changing player, recording 6 consecutive 100-catch seasons while averaging 12 yards of reception in all 6 years and hitting for double-digit touchdowns in 4 of them. He is on his way to the Hall of Fame. His contract did not represent such a great player, so he set a dangerous precedent for NFL owners, a player breaking from the status quo and creating their own lane for the betterment of them and their family. First, Steelers GM Kevin Colbert.
Antonio Brown had said that Ben could call out anybody. Subsequently, you said in response there were 52 kids underneath him.
That's right. Colbert applauded the rape case settling Ben Roethlisberger, favoring the quarterback and demoting the rest of the team to the label of kids. Brown let his voice be heard, criticizing what he called quarterback Ben Roethlisberger's owner's mentality. Like Cain, the media hounded him. Brown went from the jaw-dropping route runner with weird haircuts to a route-running reality show and Instagram diva. Another tweeted, Antonio Brown quit on his teammates and exhibited highly erratic behavior, and as a result, got a $20 million raise with $30 million guaranteed. Great lesson for all the kids out there. He was nearly a Buffalo Bill, but worked his way out of a sitch in which a quarterback dropped the N-word, and the team has made the playoffs once since 2000. Another win. Once the trade was finalized, Brown took to Twitter. He went from 0 guaranteed money to over $30 million guaranteed. He now averages almost $20 million per year in base salary. This is a league where players are one hit away from not only never playing another down to suffering the ramifications from a brutal sport. Concussions in some cases lead to suicide. Walking becomes harder. Memory fades at a more rapid rate. And yet the media is mad at Antonio Brown?
It's like a suicide bomber. He was willing to take down the entire organization in order for his own individual benefit. And it worked.
This is preposterous. AB was homeless. He came from nothing. He was a 6th-round pick and took until he was 30 years old, 31 in July, to manifest his worth into leverage. Historically, teams have held all the cards while the players show up at the table to continue to bust over 21. There should be little sympathy when homegrown talent leaves. Sports, ladies and gentlemen, is the only industry where supporters turn their hero into a villain for simply taking care of theirs. If you work at Dell and Apple offers you 3 times the salary. Would you take it? Of course! We bask in our teams' own reflected glory when they win and chastise when they don't stay on the straight and narrow line of their respective franchise. It's time to favor the players, not the dealers. If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.